Hi, I'm Emily, and today I'm presenting on my personal branding project. Let me change it real quick. Alright, so the objectives of this project were to create a brand towards my major and my future career path. I'm majoring in digital media marketing and I'm minoring in finance, so I'm definitely looking to target to employers who are looking to hire in advertising, sales, marketing, or anything of the like, even a little bit of financial sales here and there. So I would like to advertise and share my personal brand through all my social media sites, and also just reach out and get noticed by any possible employers. So my personal brand strategy statement is to be innovative and be bold, be Emily, because that's what I am. I'd like to really emphasize how creative of a thinker I am, and because for marketing you really have to use some creative strategies and ideas for ways to get companies' products and services out there to the public and to gain interest from them. So our first effort for this class was to do a LinkedIn post based on your personal brand strategy. So I chose to do one on my business plan creation. It was a performance learning project where we had to create a business plan. And I did this my freshman year, and I went into it knowing nothing about anything business plans or how to create one or write one or anything. So I thought this was a good one to describe my learning experience, how bold I am with taking on the challenge of doing so, and how innovative of a thinker I am with coming up with the business plan idea. And it was a pretty innovative idea. If you want to go check it out, I'll describe more about it later in my website. And so if you want to check those out on social medias. And I measured this effectiveness by looking at the views, the likes, the comments, and also the analysis that they provide you with on LinkedIn. So as you can see, it got 39 views, 4 likes, and 1 comment. And of those views, 47% of them were from the marketing department, and then a little bit of the other percentages, like there were 3% communications, 4% finance, and other topics like that. They were just smaller percentages. So I thought it was a pretty good way of analyzing how good of a target I'm hitting at. And then effort 2 was the Instagram campaign, so we had to come up with 4 Instagram posts. So my first one, here's the first picture. It says, "I don't pray to get things easy, I pray for the strength to deal with any challenge that comes my way." I used this quote because it was rather bold, and it's by #BossBabe, and they're pretty popular these days. And I really wanted to showcase that that's a quote that I agree with. My second picture is just of me and my family. We're dressed really well and rather boldly, so I wanted to share that. My caption along with it makes more sense, which I'll describe in my next slide. And then my quote here is the second quote that I used for my third day of the Instagram post, and it says, "Be happy with what you have while working for what you want." And also this is another bold quote, so I felt like it was easily shared on my Instagram for my strategy. And then my last picture, I'm just in sweats and slippers by a Christmas tree, and I think that was rather bold of me to do because nobody ever really likes to post pictures of themselves on social media in sweats or embarrassing fuzzy slippers. But I also thought this was a really creative way to showcase how excited I am for the holidays coming up. Alright, and then my captions and my hashtag for each post. As you can read, my first caption was just inspired by these words, #BeBold, because it goes along with it. The second picture, which I described, was me and my family all dressed up in nice clothing, and I thought I used a rather well caption for it. It says, "Our theory is if you look confident, you can pull off anything, even if you have no clue what you're doing. #BeBold, #confidence," and it was by a quote by Jessica Alba that I found, and I felt like tying it into that picture would really emphasize the boldness and confidence and just my strategy. The third caption I use is "Focus on positives and be bold enough to ignore any negatives. It might be hard, but it will get you to where you want to be. #BeBold, #positive." That was just me reflecting a little more on the quote. I mean, quotes don't really need captions, but I just wanted to show how much I agreed with that quote. And then my last one was my 2 favorites, slippers and a sparkling Christmas tree. "'Tis the season, #judge me, #bold." So that kind of showed a little bit of my personality, which I think is pretty good for a marketing major to do if they're looking to get hired for marketing. So the measurements of these Instagram posts, I got 92 likes, so that was my most popular one. It was the first quote about hashtag BossBabe, and I feel like that was the most popular because of the hashtags that I used. And then my second one got 23 likes, third one 51 likes, and fourth one 34 likes. None of them got comments, unfortunately, but it's a pretty good number of likes, and obviously the quotes were a lot more popular, and I think that's because quotes really hit home more to more people. Alright, so effort number 3 was the Twitter chat. I decided to use the hashtag #BeBoldBeNew because nobody had used it before, and I felt like be bold, be new. It's kind of the same thing as be bold, be innovative. And so the objective of this was to have a chat that was more directed towards my dream job, which is to become an editor or marketer for movie trailers. And I wanted to ask questions about how to start with that and the steps to take to reach my dream job. I mean, I am a student. I have so many questions on where to start with career-wise, and so with that being my final goal in life is to be a marketer for a movie trailer, I just would like to know where to start from a student's perspective. I had 4 participants in the Twitter chat aside from myself, and a lot of them were from the marketing, communication kind of majors, so I felt like they would have really good insight. The significance of Twitter chats are unique and engaging with the public. They're also a creative way to kind of get the name out there for any company or brand, so I felt like being that my brand strategy is be innovative, be bold, I felt like using a more unique way of like getting the word out there about myself would be appropriate. And then measurements for it, I had 0 retweets, 8 favorited tweets, and then the duration of the chat actually lasted 53 minutes, so it was rather long, and I feel like that's a good measurement of success. And then yes, I had 5 chatters, including myself, so 4 aside from myself. Alright, so my 4th effort was a WordPress blog site. I wanted to do this because I felt like it would incorporate everything really well. Pictures and my personality and my work ethic. So I'm just going to show you that real quick and navigate around on my site. Alright, so this is the home page, and this is where I have my 2 blog posts. This first one is talking about my first day of work on Black Friday at the Limited at the mall. So it was quite an experience, and I wanted to include and talk about how I took on that challenge and succeeded with it. And then I also have a link to my working place because I felt like that would just be a good promotion for them, and I thought my boss would appreciate it. So then my second post was my LinkedIn post, which was my business plan creation. I just shared that on here because I felt like it was appropriate. Then up at the top I have 3 pages, and this first one is Dreaming Big, Thinking More, and Becoming the Best. And it's just talking about my personal brand strategy and how to start and how it's important to have that kind of innovative mindset. And then I have a links page with just some interesting links that I think employers would like to know about me, or just anyone who wants to get to know more about me. And then I have a resume page as well. Alright, so going back to my PowerPoint. I felt like this was appropriate because it was challenging, and I wanted to show people that I could take on a challenge and fly with it. I'm not a very technological person, so I wanted to create my own website, and I felt like it was a pretty creative way to show my skills. So I'd say my best effort was my WordPress blog site, just because I put the most effort into it, and I feel like it will be really effective once I start sharing it on my social media. Future plans, I want to continue updating my site and all my social media. I want to add on to my personal brand as I get more experience and everything. So I'd also like to find new ways to showcase my personal brand, as well as my strategy is be innovative, be bold, so I really would just like to add more onto that. So thank you so much, and bye.